Alright, one more quick holster review to show you. This is the High Noon Bear Asset. I'm actually wearing it right now, trying to give you an idea what that looks like inside my waistband. Hopefully you can see that. I'll pop that out and show you. This is a stocking item that High Noon carries. Basically means it doesn't have to be custom made or custom fitted. And it's not hand boned or anything. It's a pretty simple, pretty basic holster. The greatest part about them is they're cheap. Inexpensive, maybe, better word. Well, let's empty this gun. You know, carrying around an empty gun never did anybody any good. Empty. Alright. The High Noon Bear Asset. First of all, this should have a retention screw right there. I lost mine a long time ago. I don't know where it went. Seems to be working fine without it. Still covers the trigger. I'll get a new one eventually. Don't need it. These run, I think I paid $28.99 for this. 30 bucks, give or take. Fantastic holster. Super comfortable, lightweight, really simple. Just a simple but well-designed belt clip. This thing is strong, first of all. It's hard to even pull that out of there. It's not going anywhere. Once that thing's on your pants, or your belt for that matter, it's not going anywhere. The retention screw is a nice feature. As you can see, I no longer have one. This reinforcement up here is not to keep the mouth open. The mouth on this holster will close once you draw the gun. You draw the gun, tension between your pants and the belt, squash that thing tight. Kind of a problem for, it depends. Really depends on your situation, what you use the gun for. For an armed civilian, I don't see it being a huge problem. If you're bringing your gun out, you're going to use it. You're not going to reholster and bring it out again, reholster and bring it out again. It's not that kind of a thing. So hopefully you don't need to reholster in a hurry. That's another story for another time. Anyway, for what this thing costs, this is my... I've owned holsters that cost up to, 200 bucks. Melt Sparks, what's that company called? With the Kydex? Raven Concealment. All kinds of top-of-the-line stuff. And this just, I carry it more than anything else. I really do. I've carried this car in here. I had a car K40, which is the all-steel 40 Smith & Wesson. Nice gun, which I still have that one. I've carried a P9. This is a CW9. Basically identical guns. They all fit in this one. Not saying that you should do that. You should always really buy a holster specifically made for the gun. Makes everything easier. But I've been beating on this thing for probably about a year now. I mean, it's wearing out. It's definitely getting there, but it's still got plenty of life in it, aside from me losing that screw. I can't recommend these enough. They're just, basically I look at it like this. If you go out and you want to buy one of those generic inside the waistband holsters from Galco or from Blackhawk or Uncle Mike's or whatever, it's going to cost you $35, $40. This clip is going to be plastic. The material is going to be cheap suede or worse, nylon, whatever. They're not going to be fit for the gun. And I don't understand why you do that when you can have something like this. You're buying from a semi-custom maker that obviously knows exactly what they're talking about. Fantastic holster for the price. One thing I will say is, especially if you don't carry inside the waistband, none of this applies to you. This design, this holster, is not meant to carry a ton of weight. CW9, little cars like this, don't weigh a whole lot. You throw something, a big, double stack, full-size M&P or a Glock in there, it's going to weigh you down a little, just because they're a heavy pistol. But I will say, I've carried a full-size 1911 in this exact holster, and it worked all right. I mean, my problem with carrying a full-size pistol, or at least a heavy full-size pistol, is a single attachment point. So there's only one place on your belt that the weight's going to be pulling down. makes everything uncomfortable. Pulls your pants down. No one wants that. Big heavy pistol, I like 2 attachment points on the belt. That's just me. And that's neither here nor there. Because this pistol is not big, nor is it heavy. It's small, it's light, works great with this holster. Highly recommend the holster. And I highly recommend the gun too, but again, that's a different story. High Noon Bear asset. It's a stocking item, which means it doesn't have to be special made. You can order them anytime. They have them with clips. They have them with belt loops. They have 15-degree cant like this one. They have no cant. Highly recommend them. Check out their website. That's all I have to say about that.